Hello, everybody. How's it going? We are back at the CSX Rochester division somehow. I gotta fix my mic. Actually, I think it might be okay. Yeah, I figured you guys are saying that it's been a year. Has it really been a year since the last time that I worked on this route? I mean, I know I shelved it for a while, but a year? Holy cow. All right. Well, let me get my bearings here with where I even left off with this. Man, I gotta just set my audio here so I can hear myself. I always want to hear myself just a little bit, hear the music, and I'm not hearing myself enough. It's kind of weird. I need to hear myself. I don't know why. All right, so how's everybody doing on this lovely Friday in the middle of December? I was gonna stream some P&B today, but I actually have two videos that I'm in the process of making right now, which you'll see in the next couple of weeks. So I didn't want to spoil anything, and I thought, you know what? I haven't been on CSX Rochester in a long time, so why don't we try to get some work done on this thing and see what we can do. I'm honestly not even sure where I left off exactly. The last thing I think I remember doing is extending the track westward a bit here towards the Amtrak station. I think that that's what I was going to work on next. In fact, let me bring up Google Earth here so we can switch between Google Earth and the game, and we can take a look at what areas I'm kind of working on and what it looks like in real life, and we'll see if we can maybe do something. The thing that really is killing me with this particular build is all of these roads pass underneath the tracks. So like all of these bridges, I have to make like custom make all of these bridges, and there's like a million freaking underpasses. So I've kind of been like overwhelmed by that whole idea of doing that. Which is one reason why I haven't touched this thing in a while. But let me get Google Earth opened up here. Take a look at the comments. Alright, cool. 45 people hanging right now. Good stuff. We'll probably stream for at least an hour, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. I made myself a cup of coffee because I'm pretty exhausted today. I've been running around since like 8 o'clock this morning, like literally nonstop all day. Christmas shopping, grocery shopping, and doing all that kind of stuff. Doing all the chores. All right, I'm gonna switch over to Google Earth here. Let's see how this is gonna work. This is always a questionable thing. And, oh, there we go. All right, sweet. All right. Will this route be released? I think the better question is, will this route be finished? If it's finished, it'll be released, but yeah, I don't know. So this is the Amtrak station here, which is what we were just looking at in the game, and I'm not really sure like what we can do, what we can try to focus on today. As you can see here, there's a major roadway. This is like a 2 or 4 lane road that actually runs right underneath the station there. On both sides of it, so we could try to work that out and figure out how we're going to do that. Alternatively, we could do some of these other overpasses and just try to start shaping up the area surrounding where the track is. Maybe we can do a little bit of terraforming here. Actually, this might be a good idea. We could try to do the High Falls area here. This is the Genesee River that we're looking at here. By the way, we are facing south, and so west and east are reversed. You got the Genesee brew house right over here. It's a great place to go hang out in the summertime. They had a rooftop. You can go drink beer on the roof and watch the trains go by. It was really a lot of fun. I definitely missed that. So maybe we could actually work on this area a little bit. Maybe we could do a little bit of scenicking, see if we can rough in this High Falls area here, and see what we can do. I think there's 3 tracks on this bridge currently, and you can see that there's at least 3 that have been pulled up. So I mean, we could just give it a try and see what we can do with that. Why don't we do that? I think that sounds like a great plan. And yeah, let's get started at it. Let me move this window back over here, and let me switch the game back to Surveyor, and let me minimize this. I need one more monitor, and I think I would be pretty content but that would be helpful. I need a bigger desk though. That's the problem. Bigger desk. I don't have enough desk space. Am I still working on Port of Los Angeles? Yes, well, kind of. I mean, I've got way too many projects in the oven, so I can only do so much, you know, at a time. I've been really focused on the Hudson and Western, which should be released any day now, and I've been really focused on the P&B as well. So those have been two of my main focuses going into 2021. I'd like to get back to this route a little bit. Ideally, I'd like to just complete the Rochester area, because that in itself would make a really great route. Yeah, so that and P&B and Port of LA are probably going to be my big focuses coming into next year. All right, so let's see if we could try to figure out what we're going to do here. First thing I think I want to do, because we're going to have to try to scenic this area really quick. Not really quick, but I got to blow my nose quick. That's what I was trying to say. Hold on. My Christmas tree has been giving me the worst allergies. I don't know why, but I'm allergic to Christmas trees apparently, so that kind of sucks. Yes, so I think if we're gonna try to scenic in some of this area here and maybe work on the Genesee River, we might want to work out where this road is gonna go exactly first. Maybe not. I don't know if I want to do that. It's just, the roads here give me a panic attack. There's just such a convolution of highways and local roads and everything, so whatever, we'll work that out. Let's see if we can find some kind of a bridge to work here. I don't have absolutely everything installed in 2019 that I do in Tane, so there is a good chance that the right asset is not going to be one that I have here. And I think I lined up all the track. Obviously this is a DEM, but I did have to, you know, modify the track. As you can see, if we go a little bit further westward, the track starts going kind of crazy. So I did tune up the track up and over the Genesee River. So that should be pretty much good. So what we need to do is, let me look at Google Earth again. This is like a pretty large bridge, so in terms of its width. So we would have had space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks, it looks like, at one time. So I don't think we have any 6-track bridges in this game. But what we can do is see if we can try to customize one. Oh man, that's good coffee. So let me look at how I did these bridges over here at the yard, because I think that is going to be how we're going to do it elsewhere, and I really can't remember how I did all this, because it has been such a long time. All right, so if I remember correctly, I used a whole lot of splines. That's not the spline tool. So we've got a spline fence. We've got the SAM bridge kit. I think that's really what we're going to use. Or, train's going by outside, it's rush hour. We could actually maybe make use of these SAM bridges. That might be the way to do it. We'll lay some track on top of it and kind of build our own right of way with that. So let's just see what that might look like. Where are we? There we go. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming this with a higher bitrate. I upped the bitrate to 5,000. So let me know if you guys see a difference in the quality, like especially while I'm moving around. I don't know how much higher I can go. I don't really know what the limit is, or you know, where I'm gonna start affecting my own game performance. My cat is screaming at me. Yes, Maddie. Calm down. She's been screaming at me for days now, keeping me up all night, every night. I might have to go on the download station and see if I can get some other SAM bridges, because I do recall that there was a bunch of them that should be wider than this. I mean, this looks like a really great candidate, to be honest with you. to match the one that's actually in Rochester. It's just not wide enough. So let me pop over to the download station and just take a peek really quick, and I'll keep an eye on the chat while I'm doing this. So let's see, Sam Bridge. Obviously, you guys aren't going to see what I'm doing in Content Manager here, but I can narrate it while we go. Sam Bridge. Maddie is a black cat, so you're not going to see her. Even if I picked her up and put her on my lap right now, she would just be just a little silhouette. Yeah, I got two cats. My cat Maddie is black, and my cat Lexi is gray and white. And they are fuzzy little muffins. And I love them. Alright, so that was it. I just downloaded all the Sam bridges, and apparently that's it. Maybe there's some in the track. Oh, hello. Okay, let's see. So this is all just bridge track. And what do we got here? Let's just audition a couple of these and see what they look like. Not that one. So, I mean, the other thing is we could use a few of the ones that I just laid down there and sort of just put them close together. Okay, so here's like a pier kit. Pillars. I like that. That's cool. That'll be useful. Oh my god, my nose. Alright, so we got this. That's not gonna work. This is my least favorite part of doing anything with this game, is searching through like literally like an endless amount of assets. We're never gonna get this exactly right, so we just have to kind of resign ourselves to the idea that it's just gonna be just close enough. This one might be good. This one doesn't have any railings, I don't think. So we might be able to make use of this one, actually. Let me see if there's a wider version. This is like a viaduct looking thing. Let's see, what's this one? 6 meter V6. This one doesn't look as wide. All right, so I think let's... Oh my god, why is like deleting splines in this like impossible? All right, let me look at Google Earth here again. Just get an idea what that looks like. What I'm gonna do is just move this one out of the way, because I might still use it, but let's just try to use this one and see. It would be really cool if we could get this waterfall put together. I would like that. That'd be fun. Let's see if we can figure out what the span of this bridge is supposed to be here. Something like this. And then meanwhile, the rest of this track is just all built up on fill. So it's like, it's all just, it's elevated from all of the road and everything like that. That's why there's so many bridges and everything around here. Really, really challenging. I didn't really think about it when I selected this route as something that I wanted to build. And, you know, that might be my own flaw right there. Okay, so I think, looking at Google Earth, yeah, we could bring out the terrain a little bit along the edge of the tracks here. And I think that will work. Where did all my windows go? There we go. Alright, so I think that is probably the right length. We'll just start here. Let's see how this works. You know... Well, let's just see. I don't know. I'm not really feeling super confident that this is gonna work, but we're gonna just look, I guess, and see. It's worth a shot. It's worth looking. Because the thing that's going to be hard to replicate here is the additional space needed for those other 3 tracks that have since been abandoned. So I don't know how we could really model that. Maybe it's just sort of implied, or maybe we just don't care. We just don't model that. Because we can at least pretend that there was 1 track there. I mean, if you look at Google Earth, they're not, it's not like there's really any ties or rail or anything there. So this could probably pass. I still like this. It's just this railing is just not gonna... I wish there was a way to disguise that, but that's just not gonna fly. That's not gonna work. Like if there was a railing just on one side, this would be perfect. I'm gonna keep that there though, because I might use that in the future for something else. In fact, let me just move it like way over here. I like to keep assets laying around so I don't forget about them. There is some other... What else could I use? I mean, we're gonna need some kind of an abutment. And... yeah, alright. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of terraforming. And I think what we could do is just... let's clear that. And I think we could just use the plateau tool, right? Is this the plateau tool? No, smooth spline height. Just to bring it up to the edge here, and then we can kind of terraform things a little bit. Oh, the music is too loud. Sorry, let me turn that down a little bit. It's hard for me to tell. Yeah, adding water is going to be, it'll be interesting. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll just stick with this. Let me go look at Google Earth again and see what is going on the other side here. Oh God, this is... Let me, let's switch over to Google Earth and take a look. Yeah, this is, So yeah, we're gonna have to do some work with the road too. So it looks like on the west side, there's a bit of a girder bridge here. So there's like another little creek bed there. I forgot about that. Yeah, that goes into like some kind of a old power plant sort of deal. So we'll put that, we're gonna have to try to model that. And then as you can see here, I think this is 490 if my memory serves correctly. Is this 490? Yeah, I think it is. But you can see that all of the track here is, it's either built up on fill or built up on a retaining wall. So let's see how much of that we can do. It looks like it turns into fill up here. So right around where we are working is mostly retaining wall. So we'll see if we could find a retaining wall that looks at least somewhat presentable. I'm starting to remember now exactly why I didn't want to work on this route anymore. All right, anyway, let's grab... I've got some retaining walls that I was using. So in keeping with the palette that I started with, we'll try to use some of the same stuff. And this helps keep a consistent look for one thing, but it also helps keep the amount of dependencies down to a point. So we can do, you know, we don't... When you download the asset pack or whatever, it's not... you know, gigabytes worth of assets because you're using a different spline at every single location. So let's pick one that looks good. This one I think is a CL. Oops, that's not the right thing. Hello? There we go, CL wall. And I think I used a different one over here. And this one's not gonna work. Oh wait, maybe this one might work. This one might work better. It's got this kind of weird dip here. Let's try to make use of that, actually. I think this is a BDW one. We'll see in a second if I could actually use the grabber to get it. Splines in 2019 are super finicky. BDW, LNW retaining wall. So let's try to make use of this. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna work some magic today, boys and girls. Probably mostly boys here. Oh yeah, I see a question here. I remember you made some pretty nice retaining walls for another route for the DBEV. Yeah, I think that I used these. I don't remember what I used. That was so long ago. So there's like a small span of retaining wall here. And then we have the girder. I have no idea if I graded this track. Maybe I should check that before I start doing the decorating around it. See what the... So this is a 0% grade. That seems about right. That looks okay to me. Yeah, I guess I should have thought about that. Just want to make sure that everything looks mostly good. I think we're okay. Track spacing wise and all that sort of stuff. So I think we're good there. So let's see if we can figure out where this goes exactly. Will the Google overlay tell me anything? Yes. Yes, it does. So we can go up to about here, I think. See if we can find the right height. Is always fun to do. Match it on the other side. That looks maybe a little bit low still. Or maybe not actually, it's just not in the right location. Can we match this up? That seems okay. I'm okay with that. I don't like this big gutter thing on the side here, but you know, I'm gonna live with it. I think we're gonna be good with that. Oh man. Let's see. We want to use, I thought I saw, maybe it was under the track? No, I don't think so, actually. I thought I saw another girder bridge, which would be a good candidate for here. I really don't want to have to hand make this one, so let's just see if we can find one that's pre-made. I'm trying to remember. JJS has a good girder bridge. Maybe. Doesn't look too bad. There was one I've used pretty extensively. These look exactly the same. The SAP and the JJ, that's like the same texture. Let's see. There were some that I had used a lot in the past, and I can't remember what they were. BDW, maybe? That looks not bad. Is there a 2-track version? Oh yeah, there is a 2-track version. So let's just make use of that, you know, and try to keep things... Watch, this is not going to work. Try to keep things at least somewhat simple and manageable where we can. But of course, looking at this now, we're on a bend. So... Where is the track spline? Over here. So the fact that we're on a bend, that... Oh my god, camera controls are just so wonky. The fact that we're on a bend really complicates this. Let's just see what happens here. If I kind of use this, and this, and this... And we'll straighten it, and we'll just see what that does to the overall look of things. Okay, I don't hate that. So that means then let's just cut this out. Boom, boom. And let's see if we can get this to actually work. My guess is that there's going to be some kind of an issue. Because why wouldn't there be? Okay, good. Very good, very good. So far, so good. I like it. let's, oh, I hate it. Yeah. So, So we can squish those tracks together a little bit closer. That'll be the answer to that, to get rid of that sort of like S-curve there. This only needs to be one span. Squish into one span. There we go. Okay, so what we can do actually is probably just delete those. Use our straighten tool. Maybe not. Ooh, my wrists are cramping up. So maybe we don't use the straighten tool there, because that ain't gonna work. Because I see exactly we are missing splines on the other side. So what we could do is we're gonna have to realign things just a bit. Let's try to line up at least one side. Oh my lord, the lag here in this is killing me. So I'm gonna try to line up like this center track here so that it's totally straight. What we'll do is we'll adjust the adjacent southern track. And that looks probably almost straight enough. Oh God, go back. Okay, maybe that might be... Okay, good. So let's, if I delete that spline point, that should kind of do it. We can just drag this a little bit closer over here. Now, all I need to do really is just make sure that the spacing is safe. That still looks like it's got a little bend in it. How do I, how do we want to fix that? Deleted that one spline point, right? Wow, these camera controls are so kooky. If we could bring this... Where's the straight section? I think what we need to do is just add another spline point here and then hit the straighten tool. I think that that's probably gonna be the answer because the other spline point that is here is connected to a switch. And I would love to grab the right spline. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll line this up over here. You know, a little track kink or whatever, you know, it's really not a big deal. Where did that spline point go? Wow, it came all the way down here. You know, all the real track is not perfectly perfect the way that I tend to lay it, so... Okay. Hello, spline points! Wow, I can't... this game is just something else today. Alright, I think that... There we go. Great. Perfect! Love it. Alright, so we got that. We got the one side, and we get to do the same thing with this piece of bridge. But this should be a lot easier on this side because it's only one track. So we can just kind of clip in a couple spline points there, delete that, kind of get this connected somehow. There we go. Connect this. Bada bing, bada boom. That should be good. We've got another spline point floating over here. And I think there's another one. One of these. Hello. That's straight, that's curve. In theory. if we can just kind of squeeze it. Just a little nudge. There we go. And maybe we can grab this spline. And maybe just nudge it right to there. Beauty. There we go. Love it. Great. That's it. My work here is done. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit save because I am not doing that again. So now we can kind of do some of the other stuff. Ooh, my hands are killing me. It's like tendinitis. All right, come on, save. What do we? Come on. Why is this going so slow? All right, there we go. All right, let me look at Google Earth again here, and now from here on outward, it seems to be retaining wall. So let's just throw that down and quickly just sort of rough it in. I'm not gonna go crazy with making it match exactly. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna put the spline points back on by turning off limit contextual information. So that way I could actually see where the track spline points are while I'm using the regular spline tool. And then that allows me to line up the spline points a little bit better and keep things parallel and straight where they need to be straight and curved where they need to be curved. So we will zero that in a little bit better as we build, but I think we can connect this to there, set that height, and probably gonna have to connect another piece here, do that, set that height, use the straighten tool here, and then we can just sort of match this up. And we'll have to find some kind of an abutment, obviously, to support our bridges and hide these other thingamajiggies that we got going on here. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's that. Fabulous, perfect, beauty. What's the other side look like? Can't see the other side because there's trees in the way and all kinds of other stuff. Okay. So let's, I'm gonna just assume that there's a retaining wall over here as well. What's sad is that I've been to this location and I probably have pictures of this spot somewhere, but I'm definitely not going to be digging those up right now. So we're just going to go on the assumption that this exists like this. And again, the way that I like to work is kind of like just do a rough draft quick and then kind of bring in more and more details as we go. Again, I think on this side, it also looks like there is a, well, we got to go the other way, that there is a retaining wall that goes down the length of this. So we'll just throw that in there. Did I set the height? I did set the height. Again, we're just gonna roughly place it, and we'll deal with this gap in the middle later on also. That's not a huge priority, but like I said, I want to start roughing in where some of this stuff is going to go, what it's supposed to look like. And let's just go a little bit further, set that height. And I think that needs to be hit with the straighten tool. Yes. So we will just drop that there. That looks fine. All right, so we've got kind of the start of our High Falls area here, which is cool. Looking at Google Earth, we got a couple of industries that are not industries, these are like old industries. They're now like apartment complexes and stuff that existed right around here. So I'm gonna pop down a couple of buildings just to get us started. Let's get rid of that. And let's just see if we can find, like, brick factory. Just see what comes up. Literally nothing. This would work, actually, if this was bigger. That's too bad. That actually looks a lot like the building that's there. But let's just search brick and see what comes up. Like I said, there's probably a whole bunch of stuff that I just don't have installed on 2019 here at the moment. So let's just thumb through some of this nonsense. Oh, here we go. We got some chimneys. Probably need that. We'll just put one down for now. Yeah, I forgot what the industry was right there. It was like some kind of a mill, I want to say. These are all brick houses. We can just skip over all this. There was some kind of a mill there, so maybe that's what I might need to look up. We'll place one of those there. But now they've been turned into like some kind of like apartment complex. But I don't want to place down an apartment complex because it's going to look too much like an apartment complex. It needs to look like a factory. Because that's what the building looks like. We can maybe make use of that somewhere. So many assets. I'm gonna search factory next too. I can't stand these old. Why is this in 2019? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. These assets, your time is done. It's over with. Your time to shine is up. All right, let's see what comes up here. It's like some of this stuff is built in and it's just, well, oh yeah. Hey, I've got some factories I could probably make use of. So we'll drop those down. Forgot about those. It's not what I'm looking for though. I need something that is kind of tall. Like a 10-story building. Ooh, this will definitely fit down in that area. Definitely, that's a good one right there. We'll make use of that. 99 people watching. Come on, one more. We need one more viewer. Let's make it 100. Get me up to 100. That'd be awesome. This might be an okay background building. Kind of looks like the old apartment that I used to live in Brooklyn. These... No. Nope. Build the southern secondary sometime. Yeah, you know, if it was more interesting, maybe I would. But, I don't know, one train a week, that's the exact same consist every week is a little, it's not very stimulating. Put it to you that way. Except for yesterday when he went into emergency right in front of me. That was really cool. That was exciting. I didn't expect that. I happened to be in the right place at the right time. I was not prepared. Oh, I hate all of these. Everything. Yeah, that's an old building. Also, I have no idea who Ryan Irwin is. I keep seeing that name pop up and people keep mentioning it to me, but I have no clue who that is. That's a cool building. Not for here, but I like that it's a different shape. That might be a good background building over in the city area. This is not bad either. I like these. These are cool. Super generic like background buildings. I like that. Those are good. What is this? No, not that. That might work too. Come on. All right, still more. All right, now we're almost back at the top. Yeah, all right, now we're back at the top. All right, that's enough. So let me take a look at. Oh, we hit one. We went over 100. Okay, I missed it. Nice. I'm looking at 99 still on my side. All right, let me see what we got here. So we'll actually use, I think, one of my buildings for this, because it seems like it might fit the best. So this building sits right next to the water. And in fact, I think there's even a, oh yeah, okay, great. There's even a, not a canal, but there's I don't know what you call it. Cement platform. I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna build it instead of trying to explain what it is. Why don't I just do that? Bring back my windows. Oh yeah, there we go. 104, 105. Sweet. Thank you guys. That's awesome. Yay. Let's look at these retaining wall assets again. All right, 200 is the next goal. We've got to reach high. Aim high. That's the one we use for this other thing here. So we could use something like this, actually, might not be bad. So let's see. All right, I get it. You guys don't have to keep putting the numbers in the thing. I get it. Thank you. Joke's over. Oh no, did I delete the UTM tile? No, how did that happen? It's supposed to be locked. Oh. Oh, man. Well, oh, man. Well, I'll have to just go. I can figure out which one it is. What? I don't know if you guys can hear Maddie yelling at me. Thanks. Come here, you want to make an appearance? No, you don't. She might jump up on the cat tower behind me. Let me, I need to put that UTM tile back so I can see what I'm doing. Let me save this. I have, not a backup, but I have the untouched version. Do not save session. Yes, this is High Falls. So we're gonna jump over to, as soon as this saves, it's gonna take like an eternity here. And we're just going to switch to the version that has nothing, no track laid on it. And then we're just gonna grab what the UTM tile is and then place it down. Did I get the K&L Trainz 290? That's the one he just released? Yes. If that is the one that he just released, then yes. All right, let's see, High Falls. We need to go, where's this map is so stinking huge. We gotta come over here. So I think it was this one that I deleted somehow. So let's grab that. 4781. $110 viewers now. Wow. All right. Groovy. I dig it. I dig it. All right, let's put this UTM tile down real quick. Hopefully that's the right one, because I don't want to have to figure this out again. It's probably not oriented the right way. Oh God, where'd it go? This is not fun. This is not fun. Ugh. Does it go this way? Yes. All right, there we go. Lower it down to the height of the other ones. Fabulous. Move you to the proper layer so I don't delete you again. Transdem UTM. Stay there. Okay, perfect. Great, love it. All right, so we got, let me look at Google Earth again here. This is gonna be tricky. We're gonna have to get a little creative, I think. I know we're gonna have to get a little creative. What are we doing here? I need to take this, go to here. I have no idea how this is gonna work. Am I in the right spot? Oh no, yeah, so this is more over this way, right? Very, very confusing. Okay, I think... Wow, the camera controls. Yikes. Calm down, bro. So I think we could actually move all this back to, like, here-ish. So, oops. Let's just move that back to here. Move this over here. Move that. Again, we don't have to be perfect just yet. And this goes over to, like, here. Yeah, this whole area is, like, really confusing to build, at least. All right, let's see. So we need to raise this up a little bit, because we're going to call that the height of the water. Grab the right asset here. Right spline, which never happens. That's probably good enough. I have no idea how we're going to do the water, to be honest with you, but I want to try to do it during this stream, so we will take a stab at it for sure. That's not what I wanted to do, game. Hello, wake up. So let's try to get this in place. This might be too big. Oh, well, you know what? We could probably do this. We could bury the building. That might be the way to do it. Bury part of it. Get it into position here. So it was something, it's kind of like something like this. Again, this is like one of these old mill buildings that probably existed before, you know, a lot of this infrastructure was put into place. The UTM tile's in the wrong place. Looks like it's in the right spot to me. It all lines up. I think it all matches up. Oh, or are you saying that it's offset a little bit? That's also possible. That it's offset with the geography of the area. I wouldn't doubt that. But we're just gonna do the best that we can with what we got. Let me look back at Google Earth. So let me switch over to Google Earth so we can look at this together. So essentially, now again, we're looking south here. This building in the center is what I'm trying to place down. Essentially, this whole area around here is just one big cliff. It probably was part of the waterfall once upon a time, if I had to take a wild guess, just judging by the geology there. So how we're going to model that is going to be questionable. We're going to figure it out here and now. And I'm going to have to find some kind of a building to represent this sort of skeleton of a building. So let's get back at it. Let's see what we can come up with. All right. I think there, well, did I place down anything that might be able to represent that? Maybe this, that does look, actually this one might be better option than this building. Yeah, let's get rid of my building. Let's use this one. Will it fit? It's too big. All right, we're not gonna use that then. We'll hold on to it though for future use. This is sort of one of the ones that I had in mind for this area here. There is a like cliff face spline that I think we're gonna try to make use of. Let's see if we can find it. I might also not even have it installed, but it's something like one of these. But much bigger. Might be cliff face. No, nothing. Okay, hold on. I have somebody DM'd me about it recently. I think it was Scratchy. It is called DG something. Okay, so let me see. DG. I think wherever it is. CLC, there we go. DG Cliff. This might work. Let's see. All right, this might do us. Just gotta find the right color and texture. That one might work. Definitely don't like that. Definitely don't like that. All right, so I'm thinking, what does this look like when we level it? Oh, this, yeah, you know what? I think that this will probably work. We're gonna have to fudge it a little bit. And we're gonna have to do some terraforming to get an idea. Let's figure out where our water is gonna go, because that usually helps too. So let's figure, let me do this. I like doing this. Let's put a texture down for now. Textures. Let's just use this. And I'm just gonna use this texture to outline where the water is essentially gonna go. That way I don't have to like keep clicking back and forth between this and the and the game itself. All right, so now we can turn the overlay off. Okay, fabulous. So now we have an idea where that's gonna go. So that should help us at least plot out exactly where we want to lay our cliff face and all that noise. So let's see, we're gonna move that out of the way. And I think what we could do is maybe level out our area here. Pretty sure the cliff is pretty much this whole area here, and I think the rest is level. I've walked around over here before. Yeah, it's like a little like industrial neighborhood kind of deal. So we'll say that's our cliff face option here. Works for me, and then that means that we can take our cliffs and start working them in somehow. I've never used these, so this is going to be a bit of an experiment. Is it better to not have a fixed spline height? And put it at the lowest point? I'm not sure how this is going to work here. think we're gonna have to set the height. Yeah, that's gonna be the way to do it. So I think maybe if we set the height to be the same, that doesn't seem to be the same. Oh, maybe it was actually. Yeah, like I said, I've never used this type of an asset before. I'm not sure if I really love how it... Not sure if I really love how that interfaces with everything. I almost would rather just kind of make the cliff face myself, I think. Hard to say. I don't know. I guess let's just make it ourselves. Screw it. Why not? If this is our base down here. Whoops, that's not the tool that I wanted. I think what we can do is just do something like this. And then I think there's a texture that I have that's like cliff face or something like that. And you can do some cool stuff with these PBR textures, which I honestly haven't really made a whole lot of use of, but you can do some cool stuff with it if you mess around with it. So let's just try to, I don't know, we'll rough this in and see what we get. How's that sound? Put some behind the waterfall. There's got to be some other, yeah. So we can kind of maybe blend some textures together. I don't know. I don't really use this PBR stuff too often, so bear with me as I kind of learn how to do it myself. Maybe we mix a little bit of this darker stuff with the lighter stuff. Don't like that one. That is kind of a weird texture, I feel like. That's pretty scraped up. Some interesting options to ponder. Just kind of start with that. All right, so let's see if we can lay out some of these buildings in here and get an idea of where things are going to go and how that's going to work out. Because having the buildings in the right places is going to make a big difference. And it is really hard to tell from this little UTM overlay where things go. So let's just throw a couple things down here. Move these out of the way so I can get rid of those shadows. Maybe I should look at where the roads go too. I know that there's a big parking lot next to this building, and some of these roads are kind of old. So we've got a main road over here. Let's just throw, what am I using over here for? JR. So we've got this road. I remember driving down that road quite a bit to get up to the lake. And then, so this is a footbridge here, so maybe we want to find an asset for that. I don't know if there's a good... Oh, there's a good asset. I think it's an old railroad bridge. I might be mistaken, though. But in any case, we can see what our options look like. It's not a bridge like that. Not like a footbridge that goes over tracks. You know, like at a station. It's really more of like a converted bridge. So maybe we can do that. Because I know these footbridges are all going to be like that style, aren't they? Yeah, maybe we can make use of one of those SAM bridges that we were looking at before, actually. Where's the one that I had saved? This is probably a good option, actually, because that bridge is pretty wide. So let's get that there. Then And we can kind of start getting an idea of where things are actually going to be living. We want to make sure that the height is set properly, obviously. We'll say that that's okay. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty good bridge, I think, for this. Well, we'll work out the... Well, man, the bridge piers are so... Why is this not level with the other side? That's going to be a pain, because the bridge is supposed to be level. All right, let's see. We might have to just do some terraforming then. I know the DEMs aren't like exactly correct every time, but I also know that this bridge is not on a slope. Yeah, that's going to be a problem with the piers, I guess, the deck piers. Maybe something like this would work better. Still not long enough. Although that does look longer by a little bit. Well, this is going to be problematic. What else could we do? Well, I guess let's just leave that for now. I know we've got like a couple little islands down here, so maybe we can rough those in. I don't know, like, where the water is. Willie's $35. Thank you so much, my man. Always, always appreciated. Let's add some water here. So I'm going to assume that the DEM is seeing the ground here as the surface of the water. So that's what I'm going to go by. And we'll just use that as our, where we're going to place our water. And then we'll lower the terrain around that as needed. We'll see if we can get this area in check. So I see a little bit of terrain developing down there. That's good. Yeah, because this is like a floodplain over here. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. What's up, Terry Bolton Jr.? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see, my man. All right, what do we want to do here? We want to terraform up just a smidge and add our little islands. Can confirm I've seen these little islands appear and disappear like within the same week, depending on how much water is coming over the falls. So it's pretty accurate that this is a very shallow, really it's just like a sediment deposit if I'm not mistaken. It would probably be the proper term. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a different bridge. This is not gonna work. Unfortunately, let's just level some of this out. Even it out slightly. That's too bad. I like this bridge too. I'll figure out something. All right, this is, it's not much, but it's starting to look, to me at least, you know, what it was like to be there. So I'm starting to see the resemblance there. So that is a good sign. You just gotta love how this game just drags when you try to do terraforming. It just drags. What kind of DEM data did I use for this project? I didn't make the DEM, so I couldn't really tell you. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I have tried to learn how to use Transdem, and I just don't have the patience for it, so I don't know how to use it. I had somebody else from JR make it for me, because I just don't understand how to do it. I tried to learn, and it's just, I just get too frustrated. Oh my lord. Let's just grab the terrain height and just equally set it. We don't have to worry about the depth being, you know, accurate or something like that. We'll paint the bottom of this black so that we can't see what's there. We're gonna lower the UTM tile. I'm gonna keep scratching my nose until the end of this stream for absolutely unknown reasons. Actually, I know why. When I get frustrated, my nose gets really itchy. That's one little quirky trait you guys now know about me. When I get really agitated and frustrated by something that I'm doing, my nose starts itching something fierce. I don't know why that is, but it's always happened to me since I've been a wee little lad. All right, let's lower that UTM tile so we're not looking at it. Bye. Okay. Lock that layer so we don't do anything stupid with it again. Everything else locked? Yes. So I've been using a pitch black, I think, texture. I think it's pitch black. Yeah, to just put underwater. It makes it look deep without having to make deep water. Wow, this is just really lagging. Let me turn down some settings here because we are really struggling. $10 NSSD 80 Mac. Thanks so much, my dude. Much appreciated. Support is always welcome. Especially this time of year. Glad you guys enjoy my projects and the things that I work on. That's more important to me, to be perfectly honest, is that people are actually either learning something or gaining some kind of knowledge or being entertained by any of this. So I'm glad to see that people have an interest in it. That's really what brightens my day. This is so laggy. Come on. There we go. Now, actually, you know, it probably would make more sense for me to color this brown because this water is usually really murky and disgusting. So, how long have I been streaming for? An hour and 10 minutes. All right, cool. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I should just make that water totally brown. All right, let's get back to our buildings and stuff over here because that's what we want to do. Almost out of coffee. What video card do I use? I've got a MSI 1080 Ti from a couple years ago. I got on sale, very luckily. I'm trying to get my hands on one of them 3080s, but just not having any luck with that. Just no luck at all. But I'm kind of half considering maybe rebuilding my computer next year with a newer processor, and you know, 3080 would be nice. And just, I mean, this machine is pretty good as it is. I really can't complain about it. It's just a real pain to render videos sometimes. It's very, I kind of built it for like raw horsepower for like video games and stuff like that, but it's not really built to be like super great for rendering videos and doing that kind of thing. So I think if I had to do it again, if I could do it again, I would definitely put a bigger processor in there with more cores, because that's really what I'm lacking. All right. You just keep itching my nose. Don't mind me. The trash can really brings many together. Well, that's good. I'm glad. All right, let's see. We want to just do that. We got. I don't know if I want to use this building, to be completely honest. Let's just move him out of the way. I think there's like a. some kind of a... Find some kind of an abandoned building. Something like this might work. To go over here. Oh yeah, it's like derelict building. That's right. Some of these might work too. These FMA buildings, even though they're pretty European looking, they could fit the bill pretty well. All right, so that's it for that. Let's go up derelict. So that's kind of a foundation. I could probably make use of that. That's what I already placed down. That's another foundation that may work. It's not very big in terms of the footprint, but no, it's a little too Euro looking. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll just work with what we got here, which is going to be... So let me go back over to Google and just look at how this thing is set up. So if I remember correctly, when I visited this place, you walk around like on this area here, but then this building is like, you're kind of like on the roof of the building. It's pretty weird. So let's move this way. Yeah, we might have to bring our cliff out just a smidge. You're gonna have to get, you gotta get a little creative when you're doing this sort of thing. You're never gonna match it exactly. Never ever gonna match it exactly. All right, so I think we'll just make use of this building here. And again, like I said, this is like the remnants of some old mill or something like that. I'm sure somebody in the chat is from Rochester, knows the exact details of it, but I can't remember. They had like plaques and stuff all around here explaining what it was, but it was so long ago that I lived there and visited this area that I definitely don't remember what they said it was. All right, that's cool. So we got that. How far does this retaining wall go is my next question. I can't quite remember how this works. Retaining wall goes up. Okay, so how in the world am I going to model this? So the whole, let me switch over to the Google Earth again. We're going to take a look at, what we're doing here, what we're trying to recreate. So that little like creek bed that we built used the girder bridge for is right in the middle there. And the water kind of comes down through here, and whatever the power plant used to be, whatever happened here, and then I guess it gets sort of funneled down through here. So it looks like the retaining wall just goes around the parking lot, and we'll put another building around here. I don't know, we're gonna just make some of this up, I think. It's just not gonna be any good way to do it otherwise, I don't think. It's gonna get way too complicated to accurately render everything, and especially for something that's not super important to the detail of what we're doing and what the actual model is. So we'll just get it kind of like roughly close enough, get the essence of it, and then that should be good enough. And then let me figure out the height of our car situation here. Car situation, our roads. Cars drive on roads. And let's see, where's the end of this thing? So we are still higher, but that's okay. We don't need it to be totally like level. So let's move some stuff around here. We're gonna move this. Yeah, if this actually looks anything like it really does in real life, it'll be It'll be a Christmas miracle. We'll see how close we can get. Also, given the amount of time that I'm willing to devote to this at the moment. So let's see, we want to bring this up probably about there. So let's figure out what the height is here. Bring this up. We want to fill this in. Let's see if we can fill it in at this height. Ooh, my hand is cramping up. Ah, yes, look at that lag. Isn't it just beauty? God bless the 5-meter grid, huh? All right, yeah, so we're burying part of this building. Of course, it's gonna raise up on us because we can't have a fixed height building. So we're going to come back in here and put it back in its place where I wanted it in the first place, which is somewhere right around there. And continue to bring up the area around it. We're gonna come up a little bit higher. We gotta come up probably maybe up to here. Let's see if that does the trick for us. It's always hard to tell. Almost, a little bit higher. Too high, that's too much. We don't want to go over the top. We want to just get it just right there. So let's take a measurement from that. And I think we should be able to... Of course, the building is going to continue to move because we don't have fixed building heights. Just get this all into the same height area-ish. That's going to be our parking lot sort of situation, and then we can start bringing in some scenery, which is the best part. We can work on this little creek bed. I don't know how the heck we're going to model that, but I'm going to make it up as we go, because that's what I do. Put this building back where it needs to be. Did we cover up enough of it? Yes. Yes, we did. We can go a little bit lower. That looks good. We could even come up a little bit higher with the pavement to cover up this edge, but I don't think I'm too concerned about that. I think we'll be all right, because otherwise we're going to start kind of sticking out of the edge. And that's not what we want. Cool. All right, so now let's, we got to fill this in a little bit more. All right, let me F9 this so we can take a look at the transparency, and it's just a blurry green mess. I'm pretty sure there's a parking lot there, so that's what we're going to go with. We're going to use my favorite textures, which are the S. Myers textures. Yes. S. Myers and the FX textures are both some of the best. Oh, Discord. Yes, there is a Discord. It is invite only, and I always forget to post the link. Usually I post it during my live stream, so yeah, I'll let me do that. So prepare yourselves, mods, for an incoming wave. How do I do this? I always forget how to do it. Let's see. Invite. Edit invite link. Expire after 6 hours. Max number of uses. We'll put no limit on that. Copy that. All right, here it comes. All right, good luck. Have fun with that. All right, we're gonna keep going with this for a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna take a short break. So let me figure out where this water situation is gonna go, how that's gonna work. Let's turn down this sensitivity, turn down this radius, because I feel like I can't get much else done until, make sure if you join the Discord, make sure you read the rules. I don't want any pings about why you're not allowed to post in different channels and this and that and the other thing. Read the rules if you join, please. asking you nicely. We gotta figure out where this water situation is gonna go in order to complete the scene here. Whatever that's exactly gonna mean. Of course, we could omit this. There's nothing saying that we have to build, we have to model this. So, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh yeah, of course, because these are PBR textures and this is a non-PBR asset. We're gonna get some kind of weird bleed there. Jaden, this is what you're paid for, all right? I think. Don't I pay you? I pay you, right? Alright, so let's see if we could use something like this. Let's set the height to whatever the height is here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just gonna kind of do something like this. Sneak this kind of like that. Sure, why not? And what I'm gonna do actually is hide the road on top. Well, I'm gonna try to at least. We'll see, this might not actually look good. Sometimes you just gotta experiment with stuff, you know? You know, that's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is, whoops, not do that. We're just gonna connect that road. You know what? We're not even gonna do that. We're gonna use this road. You know what? We're not even gonna do that. What is this? This is an Ashto road. So let's just use the right road to connect to it. Why not? Maybe. I mean, maybe not. What would it be? What's it called? Is it this? Nope. Did I pass it? Where was it? Where did I see it? This one. Yes. So we'll just do this. We're just going to connect these. Not a big deal. Actually, we're going to even make sure that it stays straight. I can't even remember. This is like a... I think you can't even drive on this road. Or no, you have to be able to get to the parking lot. There's a couple roads over there that I don't think you're even really allowed to drive through. And, you know, chances are I'm going to come back and turn this into a, you know, handmade road anyway, so what does it matter? Just set that. And that's going to be the problem with this. Well, let's delete that. Let's do something here. We're going to lower this down to the same level. As close as possible. That looks all right. And do that on the other side. Okay, cool. That should work fine. So we've got sort of a little whatchamacallit thing going on there. That's not the texture that I wanted. Not paying attention. Sometimes I just get into autopilot and I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just do this. And I'm gonna do something else really unnecessary, but just a very me thing to do. Let's see, where is it? Oh man, I should save before something goes wrong. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Where is it? Maybe I didn't do it in this map. Yeah, maybe not. Is it over here at the interchange? I'm looking for an asphalt spline. All right, maybe not. Not a big deal. And I'm gonna save this like right now. Just in case. Because I am not redoing this. Save. Don't save a session. All right. What am I gonna do here? I think. Do I have? Is there a? What is it? What? Oh yeah. You know what? I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of the. Is it this one? No, it's the one that I'm using on the Port Rochester. Port Rochester. Oh my God! I can't believe what I just said. My brain is totally shot. The Port LA. It's the asphalt spline. Maybe that's what it's called. It's just asphalt. Wow. That's not it. What is it called? Nope. Yo, I might have to go to the Port Rochester. This might work. Oh, that's an ugly texture. Might have to... Port Rochester City, yeah, jeez. Might have to go to the Port LA to see what that texture is that I'm looking for, that spline is that I'm looking for. This is it. All right, that's found it, guys. It's fine, cool. Yes, I'm gonna do the waterfall in a minute. I need to get this other stuff in order first. Give me a minute. I just need to fill this part in because this is gonna annoy me. This sort of like split texture looking thing. I also don't know how well this is gonna work to hide it, but it's worth a shot, in my opinion. You gotta try things, you know? We'll do the waterfall in a second. Let me, I'll put this down and then we'll try to figure out this waterfall situation since that's what you guys wanna see. I don't even know. Oh, you know what we gotta do? I forgot. We gotta kind of line this up a certain way. And this will probably, you know what? I'm probably gonna just have to do this off camera because it's one of these stupid things that I'm gonna finagle with until the end of time. But let's just get an idea of what this looks like. All I'm trying to do is just hide that texture difference there, and then I can put some pavement markings on it and be happy. All right, that'll be not sold on that at the moment, but that's fine. Let me save really quick. I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break, use the men's room, grab something to drink, and we'll be right back. And we'll work on the waterfall and see if we can try to get some scenery in here, and I don't know, see what else we can get going on. Wow, it's 7 o'clock already. Holy crap! All right, yeah, I'll be right back in just a minute, guys. Where's the button? This is the button. Okay, I'm back. I also had to feed my cats. Forgot about that. Cat feeding time. And I gotta order some food for myself soon too, but I'm waiting for my wife to tell me what she wants. So, we'll see. Alright, so I'm probably gonna see what we can get done in the next, like, half hour, 40 minutes or so. I don't know, whatever. I'm not, like, on a time limit. So let's just see what happens soon. Alright, so we want to try to do some of this water here, right? Is what we're talking about. So I think what I'm going to try to do is we're going to place some water up at this level up here. And again, assuming that the DEM sees the surface of the water, and that's the surface of our grid here. So we'll have to depress that a little bit, but that's what I'm going to start with. We'll just kind of start working in some of this here. See how this is going to work. So there, you can connect it, which I was trying to avoid doing. We don't necessarily have to. Oh, I do not love that. What is the deal with the color of this water, by the way? Why is it so blue? I have it set to have no color. Is it because of the color of the sky? I guess it's the color of the sky. Fascinating stuff. Hey, were we still on standby? What is going on here? My stream hung up? Or is there this much of a delay that I'm just noticing now? I'm gonna wait before I go too much further because I might just be talking to myself. Sometimes this thing gets hung up. Yeah, my little playback thing is not showing up. Oh, interesting. All right. Strange. Yeah, my the playback window here on YouTube is just showing. There we go. Weird. It was just like way delayed. All right. Anyway, let's try to remove some of this water. I don't really want to connect it. Is really what I'm trying to do here. So let's just bring this as close as we can. Because I think what I'm going to do is... we don't really want it here either. We're going to have to add some terrain. What I think I'm going to do is add some waterfall spliney things. And that's a technical term. You guys can take note of that. Let's see, we just need to add some height to this over here. That should probably be enough if we could just make it all the same. Oh boy. Lag is real. Let's move this. Alright, there we go. Just turn up the freaking sensitivity. All right, great. Love it. So let's just... let's see. Well, I don't even know what these are going to look like in 2019, but I'm thinking of what I used on the debev, which I think is this. So, of course, it's not animated right now because we're not in... driver mode, I guess, so it's only going to animate once we get into driver mode. So I kind of feel like what we'll do, here's what I'm thinking, is we add some of these to create the waterfall, and then we add some rocks to break it up and make it a little bit more random looking. So let's try to see what this looks like. Again, you know, this is all just experimenting and seeing what works and what doesn't work. and just trying to, you know, fudge around with stuff. It's never easy, especially waterfalls are not easy at all, just in general. So that, we want to just cover up the... Sorry, we want to cover up the edge of that water source, and I think we could... Oh, sorry, music's too loud. Sorry, forgot to lower the music. The water go downy thingy. Yeah, I mean, if I continue to place water, you kind of get this giant lump. So that ain't gonna work. So we're gonna... I could also try to use a spline, but let's just put a couple of these down and just kind of see what happens here. Plus 320. That's never gonna be the same. Yeah, let me know if the music is still too loud. I just lowered it. Forgot to turn it back down when I came back. My bad. So I don't know how we're gonna keep this from looking too lumpy, but whatever. Let's see. Again, oh my god, my hand. No more video games tonight. I gotta take the night off of video games and let my hand chill out. I have really bad tendinitis for some reason. It hits me really all the time, like in my hands and my feet and my knees and my elbows, like randomly. And I'm having like a tendinitis attack, I guess. It's not really an attack, it's just how it is. It's called getting old. That's what happens. Right now, I'm not loving the look of this, but we're just at the initial test phase. Bring this up a little more. You know, and it's probably gonna look totally different once it's actually, you know, moving. But I think maybe if we incorporate... Let me look at Google again. I think if we start incorporating some rocks and stuff like that, we might not be in bad shape. Minimize that. The train yesterday went into emergency. From what I've heard, there was an air leak of some kind between the second and third cars that caused it to go into emergency. They went in emergency like 3 more times before they got down to Lakewood, apparently. So, yeah, they just kept dragging it down, but they kept running into emergency brake situation. I was so surprised when that happened, man. I was not expecting that. And that's not the usual spot that I watched that train go by either, so it was even more lucky to be in the right spot at the right time to see that. So I think what I want to do is make a new layer just for this waterfall temporarily. That way I can just put I just need to put layer edit. What is happening? No. What was it trying to do? Like merge? Layer edit lock taken beginning validation pass. What does that even mean? I just want to move the layer. All right, forget it. I don't want to move the layer. Just leave it at the bottom. If you're gonna make a big deal out of it, we'll just go backwards. But I want to put that on its own layer so that I can lock it, and then I don't have to worry about moving it when I'm trying to place these rocks. All right, and then we can just lock that layer. There's a wider version of similar asset, maybe the same asset. Yeah, well, it might not be. This is in 19, so I don't have the PNB I don't have the latest P&B installed on here. So that's not gonna work. How am I gonna do this? This is just gonna be a mess. I don't think I even have all the JR rocks, do I? Oh god, this is not... What am I getting myself into with this one? Just move some of these guys around. Spin them. Rotate them. We also could... Well, maybe this might work. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna... I don't know how I feel about this. It kind of works. But I don't know if I'm totally sold on it. Use rock splines. I don't know if I have ever really used any rock splines, to be honest. What I'm starting to wonder is maybe what I can do is use the Terraform tool, the terrain tool, and use some, paint some textures in here. I mean, I guess that's not awful, but let's try... What if I did this? Trying to be, like, slow and methodical with my... Here we go. Of course, again, this is going to raise up the stupid assets. Even though they're on a locked layer, it's gotta form with the terrain, of course. All I really need it is to just be on the edge of the water up here. I need to just cover that up. So that's fine. So if anything else about it, if I kind of raise this up and it clips a little bit, that's not such a bad thing. Oh, the lag is just... Come on, man. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I might even turn up the sensitivity because I just don't have the patience. There we go. Really, what I'm trying to do is break up the shape of this asset, this waterfall asset. So that's my goal here. We'll see how successful I am or how unsuccessful I am. As I said, it's incredibly difficult to figure out or to do this because the assets just move with the terrain. You can't lock it down. So another thing that will help with doing this, that's not looking too bad. Actually, that's really not looking too bad. I don't like this big aggro crag looking thing here though. Let's turn that down. A little bit too much for my taste. Could move some up here too. It's just, come on. Cut me some slack, Trainz. Jeez. And now when I go to level this out, it's gonna move that asset back down. There we go. So what we could do is kind of like paint some of this as rocks. But what I was gonna say is that what we can do is not only just paint some of this terrain as rocks by modifying this a little bit, slightly. Bring it up and down, do that kind of thing. Let's get our texture tool here. Grab that. Something's telling me it's not grabbing the right texture because it never seems to want to grab the right texture. There we go. So we could paint a couple of these down. Sort of paint around here like this. Maybe we can move some of these in a little bit. It's tough dealing with objects that like are kind of on like the vertical surface, I guess you could say. I mean, that's honestly, I don't think that that's looking too bad. So the other thing that I was going to say that we can do to sort of spice things up a little bit is we can take some more of these rapids and rotate them sideways like this and kind of put them, you know, like up in here, just kind of on the surface of the water, if that's possible. I can't even tell where where this exists. So we could do like a couple of those just to make it look like, you know, this is rapidly running water through, you know, through this area underneath here. And what we'll do is we'll kind of cover it up a little bit. Do that, right? And then, what am I doing here? Grab this. We can sort of bring up some of that land a little bit with our tool. Maybe even drop it down a little bit here. See, this is one thing that's really cool with these PBR textures is that the water will kind of creep into the textures. I like that. That's really cool. That's a great feature to have, you know, in this game. Unfortunately, it's kind of a pain in the neck to work with sometimes, most of the time. So, I mean, we could do something like that. That's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. Maybe we could add a couple like rocks up here. I really don't like this rock. It's not unique enough. Let's see, so we could take maybe a couple of those and rotate them around so that they're a little bit different looking. And kind of just cover up some of this. And I just put all of that stuff on the wrong layer. But that's fine, because I'm just going to merge that back into the same layer anyway. But let's have a look here. I'd say that that's not too bad. Kevin Shea, yes, I agree that the rocks through the falls is not necessarily accurate because I lived in Rochester for a couple years and I never saw any. The idea here is just taking some artistic license just as a way to cover up some of the seams that are in the asset here. I mean, it's not perfectly accurate, but to most people, that's probably not going to matter too much. But again, I'll probably just have to continue to tweak this off camera and whatever. Hold on, my wife just texted me here. What does it see? All right. Let me look at Google Earth. I'm gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes because I gotta order some food. I'm getting kind of hungry. So maybe we can throw. What'll make this look a lot better is if we throw some scenery stuff in here real quick, around these buildings and around that sort of thing. So let's do that, and at least kind of make the scene appear to be a little bit more complete than it actually is. Let's lock that layer again. Go back to the proper layer that we should be working on. I'm gonna drag this all the way through here. And let's just throw a couple. Let's just throw some green stuff down here, huh? That is totally organized differently than I have it in Tane, so it'll be fun for me to find any of the things that I like to use a lot. So let's see. I like using these cust trees. Some of this stuff is more for the Rochester, for the Port LA build. Man, my head brain, it's not doing great today. So this is gonna look a lot better once we start getting some green up in here. Let's move this over here. Because then that's gonna at least define like where the edges of this whole thing actually exist. So that'll be super helpful. So let's throw just a few things down here. We'll do a little bit more texture work and call it a day, I think. Change pick list textures. I gotta look at what grass textures I'm using here. Grass 6? I don't know. Why is this not working? What is happening here? This game is so buggy. Just throw some of this down really quick. I'm not totally sold on a lot of these textures. Maybe I'm just too used to the ones that I use in Tane. But a lot of these grass textures and that sort of deal leave something to be desired as far as I'm concerned. They also don't look anything like the freaking thumbnail. Like, look at this thumbnail. It's like a nice bright green and yellow grass. This is so much darker. I don't know, maybe it's not that far off, but that's just how it feels. All right, so we can throw a couple of these guys down. Boom, boom, boom. We'll introduce some grasses, which I forgot. Since this is 19, I'm gonna have to use this stupid whatchamacallit grass. The turf effects. Not a big fan of that stuff, but in time, I'm sure it'll grow on me. Let's get a little bit more texturing down here. Get some of that. And then I know that this whole area, nope, not the grid. I know this whole area is all grass, so we could at least sort of fill that in a bit. It's gonna take me like half an hour to fill this in with the amount of lag that I get. And I think there's a couple of buildings down here too that we'll have to take a look at. Come on. There we go. And we might as well throw a little bit of greenery over here as well. Oh, that's underwater. I didn't even notice. Not a big deal. The BNBY grass looks good in 19. I'll try that. I'll give it a shot. Oh, hands cramping, hands cramping. Let me look at Google again here. Now on the other side, let's look at Google together, or Earth together. There's another foundation thing on this side, which I might just leave out simply because I don't know what I would use for that. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let's go back to Surveyor here. But we can start roughing in a little bit more of the greenery over there, I guess. Just say forget it for that. All right. We will bring out the terrain a little bit over here. If it'll let me. There we go. So yeah, the old right-of-way to the brewery was over here, and I was intending to model that, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna. Maybe like in the future, if I ever actually get done with the overall build, I'll do it. But I think for the time being, I just we'll just make it, you know, just model it as it is right now. Oops, I bet you I just screwed that up, didn't I? Sure did. So add some more of this cliff texture around the edge here. Just work with this. And we're gonna add some other texture detail to it too. I hate how laggy this is. This is brutal. I like this darker one, to be honest. I think it looks a little bit more with like what's actually there, but I think if we mix the two, we kind of get like a little bit of a rocky slash dirt sort of mix, and that's sort of characteristic of what the area looks like. Kind of just do like a really quick smattering. All right, then we can work in some greenery. All right, so let's see. Let's grab some of these bigger shrubs, and we're gonna try to work some of these guys in down here. Kind of nice that they sort of just cling to the wall where you would want them. If you, in certain areas at least, kind of have to lower them down though. In others, it's not bad. Otherwise you get these kind of little floaty deals. You don't really want that. No floaty deals. But we do want some greenery that is gonna sort of stick off the side a little bit. You hear Chooch coming outside there. Bring that down, move it up. Wish there was an easier way to do this, but the other thing is like if you layer them on top of each other a little bit, you know, it kind of looks like the top parts of trees kind of like growing through other parts of trees. So it's not a big deal to do something like that. I do want to move this one maybe down a little. So what we can do is we'll do a little of that, and then we can grab some of our grass texture. Where was the darker one? This one? I guess it was this one. And we can kind of make sure that that is really low. Kind of come in a little bit. It's just a couple little splotches. Mainly at the top. Is this line going to reach Syracuse? I don't know if it's going to reach outside of Rochester, to be perfectly honest with you. If it's going to take me a million years to even get that done. Is this going in the direction of Syracuse? No, this isn't even going in the direction of Syracuse. It ends... so to the east of Rochester, it ends just a little bit east of Fairport, I believe. Or Pittsford. It ends a little bit past Pittsford, I think. So it doesn't go terribly far to the east. To the west, it goes all the way out to Buffalo. But I mean, that's like 70-something miles or 90 miles or something like that. There's just no way it's going to take me a lifetime to get that far unless I had some help. If this would work in, like, the multiplayer surveyor, that would be great. Then I can get a bunch of people. We could all work on it together, but multiplayer surveyor does not work with third-party content, so I'm out. It can work for me. All right, we want to add some variety here with our texture, our tree shrub texture. Oh, allergies are starting to kick up again. I feel it. Feel it happening in my eyes and in my sinuses. You know that when you feel like it's just suddenly everything starts to feel like it's inflaming? And all you could just be like is, oh no, here we go again. JVC Dark Green 03 Dense. Yeah, I think... Do I have that one? I don't know if I have that installed here. I'd have to download it. Dark Green 03 JVC NEGR. Might be this one. Does it actually work in 19? Oh, that's a wide one, huh? 03 Dense. How many different versions are there? Oh, I see. I gotcha. What does this one look like? Yeah, I see that whole series. The thing is that there's like certain grasses, spline grasses that look good in 19. And I think it's like it's an issue with, if I remember correctly, and I might be totally misspeaking and sounding like an idiot here, has something to do with the MIP map or something like that. So like if you can delete the MIP map on the asset, I don't even know what that is. It'll actually like look fine in 19. I don't know. All right. How are we looking? We probably need to add some trees or something. Let me look here. Yeah. So let's just work in a couple of trees. Let's see, where are we? How long have we been streaming for? 2 hours? 2 hours and 9 minutes. You know, one of these days I'm gonna do like some kind of a crazy long stream, just for fun. Because I've never done that. I think the longest stream I did was with, I think it was with Strict Toaster and Besquigglehausen and Euthris when we were playing not Transport Fever, Open TTD. And that was a fun game, but that lasted, we played for a long time. But I think that was the longest stream that I ever did. But it'd be cool to do like a really ridiculously long Trainz stream. Maybe before the end of the year. Like before New Year's or something like that. That might be a cool thing to do. Because I'd actually like to do like a long operating session or something like that. That would be really fun, actually. Maybe not like a big build session, but like a big operating session. That might be a lot of fun. 48-hour stream. I don't know about that. I'm too old for that. Oops, I want to move the tree. There we go. Just out from the tracks a little. Move these guys a little bit closer together. There we go. A little tree variety there with some undergrowth. Not looking bad. See if we can find like a medium-sized tree to put over here. Not bad. We could do that guy here. We can grab maybe one of these bigger ones. Oh, random tree. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting a bug with that tree. We're not going to use that one. Let's see. Let's get a little variety here. Are these all shrubs, or do I have trees in here too? This looks like it's all shrubs. What's this tree look like? Yeah, there we go. That's a nice one. That'll fit there quite nicely. Ah, yes, the yasin trees. Yasin? I like these. Let's throw maybe one down here for a little textured contrast. All right, let's take a look. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's see if I can match the angle in Google Earth. Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. Switch back to surveyor. Kind of like just looking between the two. You know, once we add some more greenery and stuff along the left-hand, you know, coastline, I guess, or cliff line, that's gonna look really nice, I think. This is the bridge at High Falls. Yes, yes, it is. And if you were right, let's see if I can match it. Right about here, maybe? Yeah, right about here would be the view from the Jenny Brew House on the roof in the summertime. Good spot. Good spot to get a cold one and watch trains. Definitely one of my favorite pastimes there. These trees are from the download station. They're just the STRMM trees. Let me do a quick save here. Oh, I saved a session. I'm gonna have like a whole bunch of these stupid default sessions. I hate it. Hate it. I might take a break for a second here to order my food and then come back and kind of, I guess, keep going for another, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. Thinking about it. Not that I really don't have anything else to do tonight. My wife won't be home until 8:30, so I kind of have until then to fart around in this. So let me take a quick break again. I'm gonna order some food and then I'll be back in a second and we'll keep trying to scenic this area, I guess, and fill in. I want to work back over here again. We did the waterfall. I want to fill in some of this area. So give me another 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, let me get myself resituated here. My mic where I need it. All right, what are we gonna continue to do here? All right, what I think I want to do. Am I back? Yeah. Okay. Let me move this out of my way. So I think I want to work on this like parking area, I guess. I don't know. Let me look at the Earth again. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that stream bed and the parking area and try to fill in where these buildings are. So I think I'm gonna do that. So let's see, I don't really know exactly how this water feature is set up. What is the height difference here in our water? See, the interesting thing, let me switch over to Google Earth so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We've got this like little stream bed dealio over here, but on the other side, I have no idea how the water gets into that stream. I don't know if there's like a pump, and yeah, I don't really know. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. Plus that roadway, maybe the road just obscures it. It's not like Google knows exactly what's underneath that road. So maybe that's the answer there. So we'll just kind of make it up. Let's see what this might look like, because we need to get it to like the same layer or same height. Well, actually no, maybe not. Let's do this. Let's take this wall. I don't even want to continue this particular wall, matter of fact. I'm gonna switch. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna switch to this other wall that we were using over here. Maybe I'll grab it. There we go. Kind of go up this way, because this is all like retaining wall going up the whole length of this thing. Whoops. Don't want to grab that. Nope. And then we just got to set the height that we want. And I guess we're just going to say that there's like a pump house or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I don't need to worry about the continuity of this water feature. Know what I mean? There we go. Actually, this would actually be a better use for the this BDW retaining wall with the... Maybe it's not the BDW one. With the fence on the top. I have no idea which one it is. Let me find it. Gotta fly all the way around for it. I think I used it over here someplace. I think it's a BDW one. That's the one. Where is it? What is it? Which one is it called? BDW. Let me go to embankment. Or a retaining wall, rather. It's the version that looks the same, but it's this is it. Yeah, that's the one that I want. It's got the fence on it. Perfect. So we're gonna use that. Because there is, I think there's like a walkway over there, if I'm not mistaken. There's a, not a trail, but there's like a walking path along the water. So I'm trying to do that. Oh, there could be an intake grate. Yeah. You're not wrong. It's not for me to worry about, I don't think. So I'm not going to stress out about it. Here we go. It'd be really cool to model where I lived when I was in Rochester, because I lived... Oh, it's not even on here. Yeah, I lived like basically right over here, right outside of the Jenny. But none of that. There's no UTM tiles over there or anything like that, I don't think. No. That would have been cool to model my own in my neighborhood where I lived, but it's not the end of the world. I don't need to do that. All right, let's just get the height where it needs to be. Sorry if I'm zipping and zooming around. I kind of... Sometimes I just get into the zone, like the way that I play when I'm, you know, just building on my own. Not recording or not streaming or anything like that. Doesn't really make for a good video because I'm just like zooming in and zooming out. Flying over here, flying down there. Like, I'm all over the place. All right, so we got that. The only thing that I don't like about this one is the LOD on that fence, but I think you could change that in the config. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look into that. So that's that. What we would need to do is there needs to be some kind of an abutment under here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because I hate finding the abutments. There's not any good ones anywhere ever, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let me look back at Google. What does that area look like? So it's all kind of just paved. Minimize. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like this whole area is sort of just flat and paved. I'm gonna have to change the height of this. Yeah, I'll have to add the highway in there too, but that'll be another story. I'll do that totally off camera because that is going to be absolutely not a lot of fun to watch. Not a lot of fun to do, I'm sure either. But I'll probably enjoy it. For some reason, I really enjoy doing all the road work and stuff like that. I think I just kind of feel like realistic roads in this game really make a huge difference in the quality of the map, whether or not anybody, you know, really recognizes it outright. But, you know, those clunky spline roads, they just don't quite do the job. Obviously, I've got a whole bunch of them all over the place, but they're really mostly just placeholders for now. So we can come down on this a little bit. Make sure we get this the right height. Let's see if that's the right height. Yeah, that should be good. So we'll just do like a little section of this. Oh my god, the lag. The lag. Kill me. It's like even lagging the music in my headphones. It's so bad. We'll just kind of pretend there's like a thing there and a thing that does the thing. Sure. Not terribly worried about any of that. So I'm gonna use I think it's a river spline. Oh, my hands are cramping up, man. Oh, hey, what's that? Hold on. Oh, well, that might be useful. Aqua 4. Keep that in my back pocket. What did I use? Not that. Trying to remember what I used. Oh, this is it right here. Where am I putting it? Yeah, what I used on the debev. We'll just kind of like put it right here. That's like a pretty much, Google makes this look like it's pretty much dried up. It's not really used anymore. So we're not going to go too crazy with anything like that. I'm going to move this thing out of the way. I do like that. I'm going to keep it. $5 from CM Doc 87. Thank you so much, man. 2+ hours and 19. I'll have to watch the playback for the frustrations. Yes, there is no shortage of frustrations here. So thank you so much for the pledge there. Always appreciated. CM Doc is also a patron, by the way, so much obliged. All right, we are going to do this. And somehow we're gonna make this thing is so freaking huge. Is there one that, oh, that is an awful spline, jeez. Man. Is there one that's not so big? I guess not. So we'll make this work. Let me look at Google Earth quick. So looking at Google Earth, we've got this little creek bed deal. So I'm trying to model here. Does look like there's a bit of like a retaining wall sort of situation in there. There's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to replicate this building, but I can at least represent it with another brick structure. So I'm going to try to do that. And maybe this building right here. Yeah. And we'll just have to take some liberties with whatever this like kind of waterfall situation is. So we'll jump back over to the surveyor. Take a look. So I think what we could do is, I think maybe even this building might not be bad for that, but this is a good one too. What's tough is trying to get it in that footprint. Man, this building would be perfect if it didn't have this like extra little extension, these two extensions here. Not a problem. We'll find something else. Could always use one of mine, which might actually end up working the best if we angle it. This is one of mine, right? Yeah. Yeah, we might have to just angle it like this. And call it okay. What I'm gonna do is turn down the sensitivity. Just make this a little bit deeper. Just simply so I can add the add a retaining wall spline there, because I think that is an important characteristic. So we'll see. Hello, give me the right thing. If there's one thing to know with this game, it's that 100% of the time, you will never get the spline that you want to get. You're never gonna grab the right spline. You're never gonna move the right spline. You're never gonna, it's never gonna just drive you nuts. All right, so let's get this to the right height. Measure that. Boom. Boom. All right, it doesn't have to be at ground level, but it would be nice to maybe match up with something over here. This is kind of like a little canal deal-a-majig. All right, I like that. Now let's butt this up against the edge. Yes. We'll hide all this. And then I think we should lower that spline too. It looks a little high. So let's figure out where I don't even know where that spline center is. There we go. And you know what? Let's even, let's put another one of these things on the other side too. Give me the spline. I need the retaining wall. There we go. We're gonna put this one on this side. This is gonna be basically a canal. And I think that that's kind of really what it was. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. We're gonna make that into this. Make sure that it looks parallel enough. Yep, that's not the right spline. Neither is that. Neither is that. Where is the spline? Not that one. There it is. Yeah, I think that that'll be sufficient. I'm okay with that. I think we can live with that. And what I will do is bring up this terrain as close as I can to the edge, and then we can have a parking lot here. We could add some vegetation around here because there's a lot of vegetation that kind of fills out the area. And I think that's going to look pretty good. You know, it's just going to be very laggy. Trying to do the stinking terrain height, but that's fine. And I'll have to find a way to kind of blend a little bit of that together. Let me get another texture. Let's put a little texture down here just so we have something. Did I use a dirt texture anywhere? We got this one. Nope. What did I get? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you have anything written up in the search thing, and you use the get tool, it just totally bugs out. It has no idea what you're trying to do. And it's still bugged out. I can't, it's not letting me get this. Check this out. PBR soil texture, grab it. Grass. What it'll, oh wow. Oh my God. And it's even putting down the dirt texture even though it says the grass is selected. Unreal. Wow. I can't, how do I just, can I just get out of this? Still not grabbing the right texture. There we go. Finally! So we're gonna just kind of spill that right up in here. Again, I'm just trying to get something down just so I don't have to look at the grid. That's really my main deal. Sometimes I find the grid very distracting. I like to work with the grid where I can and when I can, but otherwise it can be really distracting. Yeah, so I think that that'll be a nice, like, kind of dried up riverbed there. Right, where am I? Maddie's yelling at me again. I gotta get the spline height to the right size, or the right height again, down here. You know what, let me just delete that section of it, because I don't even know where it is. That's it right there, okay. Let me undo that then, because then I can just grab that. The height, I gotta match the height. The height is just not looking quite right. You know what? I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna just drag this out a little bit further. Maybe to here. And then it's just gonna be a dry bed after that. I'm gonna make a dry riverbed. That's all. That's all. There we go. So we'll just end there. Not a big deal. Perfect. All right, great. Let me look at Google Earth again. Let's take a look together. That's an interesting bug on that building there. Oh, it went away. So we got like another like little powerhouse building there, which we could put. I don't know where we would put that. Might have to just fudge that and say forget it. Or no, I know where we could put it. All right, so let's come back over to the game. So I think what we could do is we'll put this building like at the lower level. We'll use this one. I kind of like this building for this because it does look like an old mill. We've got this old foundation here, so we can kind of use this to hint at the riverbed where it would be. So I like that. Let's just get that into the right spot. Because then essentially we're implying that the water kind of comes down here, goes underneath this bridge, and then wraps around up this way. I know you guys can't see my mouse icon, so I'm trying to like just illustrate it that way. Yeah, and we can fill in back here some greenery. Definitely let's do that. I like that idea. I think that that's gonna work pretty good. Let's see, we might even, oh, my mouse just froze. Jesus. We could even work in some greenery over here along the waterway. So let's do that really quick because I'm running out of time here. I probably got another 20 minutes to get some stuff done, and then I'm gonna call it quits for the night. This is way later, way later than I'm normally doing this kind of stuff. Usually by now I am chilling on the couch watching a movie or something like that, but then I just kind of felt like doing some building and stuff like that, so good night for that. What is the other grass texture that I was using? 6? No. It was like a 3, I think. Oh, there it is. Mixed 3. Just to add some variety. You guys talking about my cat, it's funny. She's not bad. She's just a silly kitty, that's the thing. Pain in the butt most of the time. I don't really know what her deal is. She's got like separation anxiety or something like that, because like I'll leave the room and she just goes nuts. She's just like wow, 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 just going crazy. I'm like, dude, chill out. Like I'm like right here. All right, let's add some rocks. Going into beast mode here while I try to get as much done before I run out of time. And again, these, what am I doing? You know, this is like useless details. Like in the grand scheme of like this whole map, you know, who really cares about any of this stuff? But I don't know, this is just how I play the game, how I like to model and how I like to like build. My ultimate goal is not to finish something just so I can run trains on it. I enjoy the process of building the map. So, you know, sometimes that involves kind of modeling really obscure stuff and things that you wouldn't normally, most people don't model, but I don't know, I guess maybe that's what, you know, makes me a little bit different than other people out there, because I enjoy modeling some of these sort of silly things like roads and parking lots and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. So we got to bring this area up. About that later. Kind of want to just shape this area. Let me go to F9 view here and just get an idea. That didn't help at all. That did not help at all. I keep forgetting how like low resolution that is. Let me look over at Google again. I just want to see what else is in this area. That's just more parking lots. It looks like there was probably a lot of buildings were knocked down here during like urban renewal and that sort of deal. So there's a lot of parking lots. Which I'm not going to bore you guys with building. We do have a couple of decent sized buildings in this vicinity and then over here. So let's try to model that really quick, throw in some greenery, make this area look good. How many more minutes before the stream ends? I don't know, maybe 15, let's say. 15 minutes. I'm gonna go, let's see, it's 10 after 8 now, so like 8:25, 8:30, I think. I'm gonna call it quits. My wife comes home at 8:30, so. Yeah, all right, that's cool. I have to figure out exactly what I'm doing with these roads. Like I said, there's always that chance that I'm just gonna, you know, turn this all into like hand-laid roads, because that's just my thing, I guess. So this is on an incline right here. I'll have to work that out specifically later on. Let's get down. What else can we kind of like get going here? Let's try to just rough this out right here. Yeah, again, so it kind of looks like this area is also up on a, I love using these retaining walls, by the way. Like, this is, just, for me, like, building up on some kind of height like this and having this kind of, like, height contrast, I love this. Like, this is just really, like, exciting stuff for me to build, I guess. If I can get the heights on any of these things here, I guess that's probably this one. So like it seems like the retaining wall here, or this embankment, or whatever you want to call it, kind of goes this way, and that's what these parking lots are kind of built on top of. So we'll have a little bit of this here. In fact, we could probably come down to touch, because a little bit of a height difference isn't going to kill anything. Although that is a lot of height difference. All right, we'll leave it at the default height. Well, you know what? We don't have to have the terrain this low down either, so we can kind of fill that in. That's the other thing. So let's bring the terrain height up a little bit so that it can match. Let's find the right spot. Maybe like right here. Just bring that up a little bit. Yeah, we don't have to have too much of a dynamic in terms of height. And again, like I said, this doesn't have to be like exactly perfect. We're trying to like distill the essence of the area, you know, into something cohesive and, you know, buildable in this game. So we're gonna just make this kind of a canal here. And I like that. That's gonna be cool. So now let's put it on the other side. And let's just match this height. Like that. I don't know how we're gonna end cap it, but we'll worry about that when we get there. So we'll bring this maybe to here. And then let me move this building just out of my way so I can make sure that this is sort of parallel. We're not going on the grid line, so I can't use that. But that looks okay. So what I can do is I could bring the terrain up in this area so that it's not such a pain. Portland Rail fan, thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. I always love hearing that from you guys, that you enjoy my content. It means a lot to me. So let's see, we can bring this up to here, right? We can match that, I think. Maybe. It's gonna be kind of awkward. The lag is just so brutal. Kill me. Look at this. All right. I think that might do it for that spot. We can even just do something like that. Bring that out a little bit. Cool. All right, now I want to move this building back, and I think that might be... You know, this building looks a little too big, so maybe what we'll do... Let me line it up. I'm thinking we're going to sink this sucker into the ground a little bit. Kind of kit bash it, if you know what I mean. So we got that. I think that looks pretty parallel, so let's bring this down to where that yellow line is on the front building. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right, I like that. I like that a lot. I dig it. So we can do, we'll just bring this, whoops, not the right thing. Just kind of bring this out a little bit. Doesn't have to match. I don't know what we'll do for this area here, but that's cool with me. Curve radius guides. I've heard of that. I've never used them myself. I kind of just eyeball everything that I do. Yeah, it's probably a bad habit on my part to do that, but whatever. I'm the type of person who kind of ends up getting hung up in technical details sometimes. Like, you know, if I find out like, oh, this is supposed to be, you know, an 18-degree radius turn or something like that, I'll get totally like stuck on that, and everything needs to be, you know, exactly, let's say it's that degree turn or whatever it might be. So I just don't even let myself do that, because it completely quashes the, you know, artistic aspect of it for me, and that's not good. So for me personally, I've never used any of those things because they just demolish me in terms of what I do. But they are out there if that's something that you want to use. All right, I think that might be sort of okay. Obviously, we can kind of detail this area underneath here. I did say I wanted to get some greenery in here, so let's try to populate that a little bit real quick. Let's just grab a couple of these guys. We're gonna throw them in there. And again, I'm really not too worried about reusing the same shrubs or something like that. It's really not the end of the world. It's better to keep a pretty similar palette when you're building, just for some uniformity and some consistency. If you're looking at, you know, somebody who does a painting, let's say, usually they have only a certain amount of paint that they're going to put on their thing there, and use that, and then they're going to blend all of those colors together to make different colors, but they're still using the same basic palette of stuff to work with. So I kind of feel like the same really applies for this, that if you're going to be essentially painting on this, try to keep within some sort of a similar palette to have some kind of continuity with what you're doing. But again, you know, rules are, especially in art, they're definitely meant to be broken. What color did I use here? That's 6. 3. Why does that come up as the same thing? 3. You know, bent and broken. You know, take liberties where you need to take liberties. I can't see my keyboard. My microphone is in my way, and I'm trying to like reach for the buttons to blend the textures and do all that kind of stuff. I think it's this one. So let's see if we can work in a couple more details up in here. I know I like using the cust, but I can't, off the top of my head, I never look at the names of the ones that I'm using. I kind of only, I know I use this one. I look at the, you know, this little thumbnail, I guess, and then I just end up just using the same, you know, stuff over and over again. So I just use the get tool to grab what I need. So obviously this building is totally not being used anymore, so we can kind of bury it in bushes and shrubs a bit. And that's what I intend to do. Oh yeah, these are the nice. See, these are great. These Cust 71 the 70 series, because you can kind of drop them down into the earth a bit, and they just like have this nice texture. Even this one too is not bad. It's a little bit more fluffy looking, but I mean, one of the techniques that I've been embracing this year is just dropping a lot of these things into the earth a bit to just get some texture on the surface, and it makes a major difference. Yeah, there are no mistakes. We only have happy accidents. Or no, what is it? Happy, no, not happy accidents. What does he say? Oops. What did Bob Ross say? I always forget. I don't think it was happy accidents. That's something that we say in the film industry. Okay, so I like that. I like these trees too, so let's throw a couple of these down. Again, you know, so when I'm doing this, I'm kind of thinking to myself, all right, if this industry has been abandoned, it's probably been abandoned for like 50 years or something like that. So how big are the trees really going to be around here? They're not going to be huge, so you don't want to go placing some giant, you know, 75-foot tall elm tree or something like that that's going to take 150 years to get that big. You know, place a couple smaller trees here and there. Make sure to add some color, not that much color. That's a good one. I kind of like mixing the dark greens and some of the lighter greens and that kind of thing. Works out pretty well. This is a nice shape too. And I don't even mind clipping it into the building a lot of times. As long as it's not sticking out of the side or something weird, it's totally fine to do. So let's put a couple more things down. We're gonna wrap this up in a couple of minutes here. Move. Sometimes I like using the keyboard commands. It's just a little bit easier, but I don't really do it all the time. It does help though. A couple shrubs over here would be good. Let's take a look. That's looking nice. So I guess real quick, yeah, that's looking really good. I'm pretty happy with this, actually. I wasn't feeling too confident about it earlier, but I mean, I got to work in some of the roads and stuff like that, but that's not a big deal. Let's do one more thing before we break it off for tonight. I just want to add a little more scenery up back here. How do I want to do this exactly? Let me see what the textures are gonna do, because that's gonna make a difference. Because really what I want is like a straight edge sort of coming out from that building there. All right, we can do it. We're gonna scenic this area here like this. And I'm gonna try one other thing. Which one is this? That's 6. Oh, give me the 3. There we go. So I think I have a texture spline. I don't know. I think that might not be what it's actually called. Oh, maybe it is. I do have one that is green. So we're gonna... Oh, man. Let's see if this is gonna work. Oh, it's huge. Oh, man. Oh, 1 second, guys. Ooh, sorry about that. My food just got here, so I had to go get it at the door. All right, so I have I got a texture spline here. Let's see if this is gonna work. It's a big texture spline, which is not great. But what I want to just do is just kind of cover a little bit. Yeah, this is just way too. It's way too big. So that ain't gonna work. I want to cover up this asphalt texture here. I thought I had a different one. Let me just look up texture. Enter. Nope, nothing. All right, not a big deal. What we'll do is we'll just throw down some more of these shrubs and things like that. Let me just grab some of these other ones I was just using. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to somehow like hide the fact that that's all floating. Not a big deal though. Do that another day. There are some other texture splines out there that I could use. The John Shepard, John Smith, J something. I don't think it was the one that I had there, the JJS or whatever. There was another one that you can. That this guy has like a ton of those texture splines, and they look really great, but they're third party. They're not on the download station or anything like that. So just trying to avoid using that kind of stuff right now, at least. So I'm just gonna add some growth here. Just want to mix up a couple textures, throw in a couple trees, and then we're gonna call it good for today. What's up, John Rizzo? How you doing, buddy? What's for dinner? I ordered from the local Italian restaurant, and I got a sub. It is a chicken Parmesan penne alla vodka sauce sub, and it is just absolutely out of this world. So that's what I'm having for dinner. It's gonna be good. It's always good. All right, we got some of that. This is kind of looking a little clunky, but I think maybe what we'll do is once we add a couple of trees, kind of mix and match a little bit here. I'll have to find a way to cover up that asphalt texture there. All right, so let's maybe grab a couple more of these guys. Drop this down. I was gonna cook tonight, but honestly, after running around all day today, I did like a super intense workout earlier on. Actually, I've been working out all week, and I haven't been doing that for a while. So, like, my body is so freaking sore. So that combined with just running around and doing all my chores and stuff today, I was like, no, I ain't cooking tonight. I'll cook tomorrow. I gotta order tonight. I need to just sit down and chill for this evening. All right, so do I have that BNBY stuff installed? Yes. Just add a little bit of this up in here. And then I'll put down the parking lot spline and all that kind of nonsense that you guys don't really care about watching. I'll do that later. Just add some of this grass stuff around here. That looks nice. Put some back here. Fill that in. We'll put a couple things over there too. What else do we want to do? Put a little over here. That looks good. Let's add just a quick smattering of shrubberies back here. Boom, boom, kaboom. We will do a little of that. Move it into place. Oh, I hear my wife's train coming. I keep saying that like she's like a bad guy or something like that. It's not like that. I just look forward to seeing her when she gets home, so I'll make sure that I am at a good stopping point, which I am just about to be at. We're gonna put down one more shrub. It's gonna be this one. Nice. And we're gonna put down a couple trees. Boom. Maybe not two of the same tree. How about this one? What do you look like? Yes! Nice. All right, let's take one final look at where... Let me control in space. Actually, let me control in space, get out of the spline menu so we can actually... Oh, I gotta hide that stuff. Settings, interface settings, boom. There we go. All right, quick comparison. We'll look at that. Let me switch over to Google Earth. Get like a similar perspective. Again, it's not perfect, it's not done. As always, it is a work in progress. But I'm happy to have taken you guys along for the ride on this one, and I'm glad to be back working on this map a little bit. Let's see if I can get the right, if I can match this up, that would be cool. All right, here we go. Google Earth. Finish this coffee. And Surveyor. All right. I think we did a good job today. I'm happy with the work we got accomplished. We did some stuff. Wow, we streamed for 3 hours. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna run any trains tonight. We're gonna do that next time. Next time we hang out. I have nothing going on between Christmas and New Year's, so maybe I'll do a whole bunch of live streams during that week instead of cranking out videos. So maybe we can get back at doing this. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I had a lot of fun. We got a lot of work done tonight. It's been really cool revisiting this. I don't know why this water is so freaking blue. It's really irritating, but I'll figure that out off camera. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. See you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a good night. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend.